YouTube, what's going on? BD Wolfgang 1980 here, aka Bezell, the man that's seen the place to be in the QCNC. Hello, friends. It's NXT time. Welcome into your NXT recap for October 21st, 2015. This was a good one here. I enjoyed it. Not too much on the wrestling side as far as, wall-to-wall action. Just didn't happen tonight. A lot of table setting, a lot of storytelling. Also a very a nice surprise as far as a debut is concerned. Let's get down to it here, friends. Show started off with a video recap of last week's #1 contender Battle Royal with Apollo Crews getting the win. Show starts off right from the bat with a, as the announcer called it, a Divas match. I thought it was the NXT Women's title, but I noticed tonight they called both women's matches Divas matches. But we had Asuka coming back again. She's going against Billie Kay. Now, someone at WWE must be listening to our videos or watching our videos because she came out, new attire, made up, dolled up a little bit, new attitude, cut a promo. I was feeling it. Thanks for watching or listening or whatever, but Billie Kay came out. She looked good. This match was pretty decent here too, friends. Let me tell you. They went back and forth. We got some nice spots in there. Billie Kay was showing that, hey, she got a nice moveset as well. We got a very nice vertical hanging suplex. Billie Kay delivered to Asuka. Of course, that's a two-way street. Both performers handled that very well. Asuka did get the win. She's on that hot streak. She's warmed things up, of course, those big-time kicks with the martial art influence. And ended things up with the tap-out victory with the cross-face chicken wing she does. I'm not sure if she has a unique name for it yet. But either way, a nice starter match. Good women's action. Asuka gets the win. From there, we got a Baron Corbin video package. The Lone Wolf, the whole deal. From there, we get a Tyler Breeze promo. He cuts it on Samoa Joe. Now, careful what you wish for, Prince Pretty. You know you're my boy, but be careful now. He calls him out. Careful. Let's continue here, friends. Excuse me. Enzo, Big Cass, and Carmella going to be versus, one of my favorite tag teams. It's not my favorite tag team on NXT, Dash and Dawson. I was sat up in my chair. I was ready for this one. Dash and Dawson ended up working pretty much the entirety of the match. They isolated the leg of Enzo. I think it was the left leg, and they went to town on it, punishing him from pillar to post. Cass had to end up jumping in to save Enzo from tapping out at one point. From there, Enzo gets a quick roll up or a quick pin on a distracted, I can't remember if it was Dash or Dawson. Gets a quick 1, 2, 3. But the match may have been over with Enzo and Big Cass getting the victory. But Dash and Dawson ended up taking it to Cass and Enzo, laying them both out. We got some Save Amore chants in the style of Save the Tables for all you New Day fans out there. So I enjoyed this segment. Obviously, this feud will continue. Definitely could have used more action, but I know what they're trying to do. Let's continue here, friends. Right, we got a Rhino Man Beast video package. It's nice to see Rhino back. It's nice to see some of those guys that you grew up watching. Some of us out there. Well, we go back a good ways, and it's good to see Rhino out there. Now, is he going to be wrestling for the WWE title? Of course not. It's just not going to happen at this stage. But either way, I'm sure as far as being Rhino is concerned, it's nice to have a paycheck that you know is going to clear. So it's good to see good old Rhino back, still doing his thing. From there, we get a Eva Marie, still on location in Paris, says she misses us. She knows we all miss her as well. She can't wait to get back. Short, sweet, to the point. From there, this was one of those, even though I knew this was going to happen eventually, this caught me off guard, and these feelings in wrestling are few and far between. But let me tell you, match starts off, or we'll get a Danny Burch, the Englishman. He comes down to the ring. From there, we get flames on the Titantron, some music going on. No one has a clue what it is, including myself. I'm like, who's this guy? Who's coming out here? That's right, folks. From TNA, one of the TNA originals. If you're a TNA fan, if he's new to you, look out. We got the Cowboy James Storm in the house in WWE NXT. I jumped up in my chair. My girl, she used to watch TNA with me. She knows all about him. We both got excited. Thank you. Whoever is in charge here is a Triple H bringing in this talent. Thank you. It's good to see the Cowboy. It's good to see him on this stage. If it doesn't go too far, that's fine with me. Once again, he deserves to be at a company where he can make a little bit of coin and not have to worry about those checks clearing. Now, for any of you out there that might think, oh man, you're being negative about TNA and all that. Now, let's cut that right now. Some of you have been with me on this channel since day one. This channel was built brick by brick on TNA reviews. And some of you remember those videos I was dropping. I was getting over 100 views a week sometimes on those videos. I loved TNA. I was at a point in my life where WWE, I was just tired of dealing with it, and TNA filled that gap, and it filled it nicely. I enjoyed and loved talking to you all about TNA every week. So when I saw this happen, I'll take it back one better. When I saw Samoa Joe came in, you saw how happy I was. It's on video. I can't remember. Obviously Joe's only been there a couple months, but I have no problem with TNA. Never have, never will. That's a whole nother issue. Maybe one day we'll talk about TNA again soon. But let's get back down to it. So no, I'm a huge no problem with any of the TNA guys coming over and trying to get a little, the land of milk and honey, as they want to say. They deserve to make a little bit of coin, folks. So definitely very pumped to see the Cowboy in the house. So let's get down to the match real quick here. Now, Danny Burch said, "Hey, this isn't the red carpet. You're gonna come in here and build your legacy with me at the beginning." Danny Burch took it to him. Big time punches. He's all over Cowboy. Clotheslines. But of course, it wasn't going to last. Cowboy gets his offense going, takes him out, double arm axe handle. He ends up doing, I forgot, what did he call that move in TNA? Here I am. It's been a while, folks, but comment down below. He called his move the 8-second ride. It was like a cutter. They called it the 8-second ride. He gets the 1, 2, 3. James Storm, folks. He's in TNA. He's in WWE. I can barely form those words. The Cowboy is in WWE NXT. Looking forward to this. And also storyline opportunities. Let's see if him and Joe, they acknowledge each other. Maybe a friendly handshake. Maybe a few tag team matches. Maybe they come out the gate and say, now that we don't, they could spin it and say, hey, now, we're both here. There ain't room for both of us. They start a feud up. So for me, storyline possibilities are endless with this. Comment down below. Are you excited? Maybe you don't care. Maybe he's new to you. If he is, I'm letting you know. You're in for a treat. You like a good, tough guy. Not about flash, fancy this, fancy that. Just straight up good wrestling, good old school promos. You're in for a treat with the Cowboy. Let's continue here, my friends. From there, we get just a quick, they booked a match. Apollo Crews is going to get his title match against Finn Balor in 2 weeks. So looking forward to that. You'll definitely hear. We'll definitely cover it right here. Bezell Speaks. From there, we get a very interesting, for me, this is one of the highlights of the show next to that debut. But we got a very interesting video package / promo / documentary about Apollo Crews. Good stuff here, folks. Talks about how he grew up. He grew up in Africa. He came to America. His parents are split up. He was kind of going back and forth. He saw wrestling for the first time. It changed his life. He got into Ultimate Warrior, was kind of one of his favorites and things of that nature. He never thought, he hoped that it would get him here. He said it, when he actually realized that this could happen, came a little bit later in life. But once that happened, he was in gear. He was ready to go. He wanted to prove to his dad, who was hoping that he would do something else. He wanted to prove to his dad that he could do it and make it in pro wrestling. Very interesting stuff here. I would like, feed me more of this. I want to hear more of this because we've explained to you before. I know he used to be called Uhaa Nation. Guys, I told you when the moment I saw him on NXT, he was completely new to me. Now, Bezell, you don't watch? No, I don't watch that much independence. I'm sorry. I just don't have too much time. So he was new to me, and I'm taking this journey with him as he builds his WWE career. I'm taking the journey with him. So for me, this was, good stuff. I'm learning about him. I'm learning what all of you already probably know. But for me, this was good stuff. They said there will be more next week. We're going to have part 2 of this video package, documentary, whatever you want to call it. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. I enjoyed it. Just talked about his basic journey to where he's at now. It's good stuff. From there, we got the same Nia Jax video package that we usually get every week. This time it says she'll be back next week. From there, we got some more women's action. Alexa Bliss, who is your #1 contender, or I believe she is because Bayley did accept the challenge. So she's your #1 contender for an NXT Women's title. Going up against Peyton Royce. Let me pause here real quick, my friends. What about all the Australian divas that they have now? You got Peyton Royce. Billy Kay, and of course, Emma is from Australia as well. But I tell you what, the Australian talent coming on in. But here we go. Alexa heals it up, dirty tactics, and of course the attitude. She pretty much rides out Peyton Royce arm bars, standing on her, taunting her, the whole deal. She wins in convincing fashion. She hits the sparkle splash with a 1, 2, 3. From there, she focuses her attention to Bayley and the title. She cuts a promo on Bayley, says she's not Sasha. Boy, I tell you what, she's going for it. And says you cannot beat her. Okay. Pretty cut and dry. We'll see what happens with this feud. Time for your main event. The short-lived friendship between Baron Corbin and Rhino is now culminated in a match after Corbin eliminated Rhino last week in the Battle Royal. So here we go. Unfortunately, it wasn't really nothing to write home about here, but it was still some decent, some good brawling style back and forth action. Not the longest match. Corbin, now here's where things got where I had a problem with it. Corbin ends up taking the gore. He kicks out at 2, like as if, whatever, like it was a body slam. From there, Rhino's setting things up for a second gore. Of course, he's not going to kick out from back-to-back gores. He ends up goring Corbin, but Corbin counters it, midair, drops him into the end of days for a quick 1, 2, 3. Rhino's not only does Rhino stay down for the 1, 2, 3, he's out. I just thought it was. I mean, look, I have no problem with the younger guys getting over. I get it, but man, they could have had Rhino pull a old school Hulk Hogan style when he took a loss. 1, 2, 3, like we're kicking up literally on the 3 together. They could have had him do that, but they didn't. So Rhino was out. 1, 2, 3. Baron Corbin wins. Definitely wasn't cool with the finish of that. Maybe this feud is over. If so, I think it's a blessing in disguise. Either way, let's move on here. The show closes with Samoa Joe in the back. You know how he does. Another great promo as usual. Starts off very calm, cool, collected, builds to a crescendo. He basically cut it on Tyler Breeze, saying, Tyler, you interrupted me. You stole my opportunity for the title, my title shot. You get your selfie stick. He said, get your hair right. Get your eyeliner, whatever it is you want to do. Put on your best outfit. Take a picture with that selfie stick, because after we meet, you'll never look the same again. So he's coming for you, Prince Pretty. Look out. Careful what you wish for. You have an angry Samoa Joe, and you're on the top of his list. I enjoyed this, folks. For me, this was fun. Once again, not the most action, but it was just flat out fun. Comment down below. And definitely comment down below. What did you think about Nia Jax last week? Don't be shy, you all. I answer all the comments. I know some of you probably watch this on mobile devices. Maybe you watch this on consoles. But if you're looking at this on a laptop or a computer or something, don't be shy. Comment down below. I love to answer to all the comments, and I want to hear your thoughts. But man, it was fun for me. So I'm looking forward to next week. I want to see more Cowboy. I want to see more of this Apollo Crews. Definitely looking forward to that match in 2 weeks. But comment down below, my friends. What are you looking forward to? And what do you think about NXT lately? How much better has it been than Raw? Comment down below. That's clear. I've been enjoying it. But till we meet again, friends, stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed already, I don't know what you're waiting on. But definitely subscribe, hit the like button, go out, be good to one another, be good to yourself, be true to yourself. I will see you later, my friends. Take care now. Bezell is out. Be good.